How do we love those that keep on hating us?
Mic check. We back with another episode of Half Hour Black Power. It's been about
3-4 years.
a couple years. A lot done changed.
Yeah,
weight done been gained on
Man.
both parties.
No. Man,
How you been? Well, how you been first?
Yeah, cool, man.
All right.
Cool.
I still don't drink, so you can have that to yourself.
Sorry, I got some water.
Good. Real quick before we get into it, we want to try to limit to 30 minutes for real. Tell the people if you can, and I will give them another example if you want to, of what the idea of half hour Black Power is, or what it means to you, because this is kind of your baby, your thing.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Well, the half hour Black Power is basically designed to hit news stories from the angle that basically we give a fuck about, because it's a lot of stories out there that we really don't need to. I don't know. It's just like. It's like white noise news. You don't really need
white noise.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I mean, it's a bunch of facts and stuff that don't really matter, and it's a lot of things that do matter to black folks that need to be discussed, or at least need to be thought about on a socially conscious level. Things that we can, either change as a people, or things that we need to recognize as a people. And this just, the show is just to kind of bring attention to some of these things, rather it be partly conspiracy, no conspiracy, or just something to think critically about.
Right,
That's really it. Just kind of bringing the facts out, as many facts we can, doing research.
So I won't. I think that's a great example, a great answer to what I've been around for, as far as the things you like to talk about on Half Hour Black Power and how you like to convey your message with these stories. I will say for the socially conscious part, for anybody that's a new generation, younger generation, that would be kind of what we call woke, I guess.
No.
I know you hate that term. I know you hate that term, but for the young that might watch it, that's kind of what it is. And I know that wasn't always a thing. So,
it wasn't,
but I have to kind of make that distinction.
I saw the paradigm when it shifted. I think we had a show. I remember I called you to ask you about that. I was like, man, I said woke was a joke a long time ago, because I see it and how they were slinging the word around.
Before we even start, I do want to say this one thing, though, in all seriousness. I was talking to Sonia the other day, and because someone started a podcast, and I was telling him that the irony of all this is that you two were guests that I had on that I feel like helped groom and grow me and what I was doing, but also y'all planted not seeds, so to say, but ideas in my head, ideologies I've been had for a long time that are now popular ideologies. You've been saying, the first time I ever talked to this man, he said, we need these top athletes to start going to HBCUs. And I thought he was tripping. I said, you was bugging. Why would I do that when I can go to Duke? Why would I do that when I go to North Carolina? And it's like, damn, you know what? It's kind of like a good idea now. 6 years later, right? So I do want to say that. So I want to say anybody that's just new to this, from a new audience that's watching this, regardless of what he said, because sometimes he goes his own bag. Yeah. Very, very, very wise and intelligent man. So I want to start from there. But a lot of these topics are they hit home a lot of times. So sometimes emotion does get the best of us in that topic.
I would also like to put in a disclaimer and say the views of the guest does not necessarily reflect.
Hey, I'm cool, man.
The host and his show.
I'm cool. So let's get to it. Like, obviously, let's get into what we actually going to talk about. You can build it up. What happened? Because you know more than I know. And I will chime in when I need to chime in. But, I play devil's advocate a lot of times too. Yeah. So.
Well, of course, we all know now it's the Tyre Nichols situation and how it kind of unfolded. And I'm
gonna just be real with you, right? So I know the name. I know he's dead. Yeah, that's the only two things I know.
Really?
That's it. Oof. Even I had Trav on yesterday, and we did the numb piece, and he wanted to do it for there. We both talked about it, and I haven't watched the video at all. I don't know. It's just one of them things where I didn't run. Like, normally, I used to go to social media. Let me see what you're talking about. Let me see. This time I was just like, damn, again. And in my mind, I felt like this. I've seen that video before.
Yeah. I mean, I watched it from more of a research, or I ain't even going to say research. That
sounds crazy.
I watched it for.
That sounds crazy.
Not research. It's like, they put these videos up, and I don't know. It's, I wasn't. My question was, when they were building the anticipation, and this is kind of why I wanted to have the show today, they were building anticipation of this video like it was a movie promo.
Like, when you say that, what you mean? Are you saying when you
I'm
say
saying
building
on Wednesday they
before? So when it happened on what day does it happen on?
I don't know what day
So,
it happened on. It happened
you
on
saying-
January the 7th.
But you're saying prior to this.
Yeah, I'm talking about the week. Okay, the video just showed.
So he been dead.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Yeah.
He been gone.
Yeah.
This been happened, rather.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This been
Beginning of
happened.
January.
The video just surfacing.
The video
What
just
took
surfaced.
so long?
Well, this is kind of where the switch is right here. It didn't take as long as it's taken other videos to come out in some cases.
All right, stop you there.
Yeah.
I didn't watch this video.
Okay.
The video, is it footage cam? Is it somebody recorded
It's
it?
both.
So somebody else was there when this happened.
No, but there's a lot of parallels to Rodney King.
I'm only asking this because you said that this one took longer than others. Others were filmed by people who were there. So me and you together, and I'm filming it. It's easy to say I can put it on Twitter. It's mine.
It's a whole social media aspect to it when somebody's sitting there recording.
Right.
Like you can't control me with a camera and putting it on social media, and then the media gets hold of it. No,
you said that it took longer.
This was body cam footage and surveillance video.
That's up to the department to put that out.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, and those videos rarely come out until they wanted to come out, because in most cases, I'm gonna try to avoid saying certain words because it's going to be said later, or just going to be why this video, why did it happen so fast? But let's get back to the premiere. On Wednesday, they started building up the hype, and I'm like, they're going to show the video. They're going to release the video, and I'm like, why are you going to show and release a video of a man being beaten and killed by the police? It's not that they built it up because it's like started on a Wednesday. We're gonna show it. Thursday it was like, we're gonna show it on Friday. Friday it was like, we're gonna show it at 9:00. Mind you, they waited for everybody from the East Coast.
A lot of promo.
From the East Coast to the West Coast. 6:00 on the West Coast, by 9:00 here on the East Coast, and this is about the time that they showed the video. So they waited for everybody to get off work. It became entertainment. It became a show.
Now,
that's the part
Did you feel like this before it actually dropped? So as it's going on, are you feeling this way, or are you telling me?
No.
In hindsight, now looking back at it,
I felt it coming.
So
I made a
you
post
knew
the day
about this
before.
case before the video even dropped.
I knew.
Why was it so big? Like, who was this person?
I know. I didn't know about the case, so to say, until the last week of, and I was like, "Who is Tyre Nichols?" And then how'd you find it? How'd you just
get
hearing the name on the news and hearing about promotion?
Okay,
that's what it comes off.
Hey, I'm helping you out, man. I'm just giving you.
You're exactly
you know
right.
right.
No, but you absolutely right. At what point? And then after they promoted it so much, and then they played the video, and then it was over the weekend. You see the video 100 times. Every media, every news section is talking about it, and they're showing the video. I don't know what kind of psychological social experiment this is, but it has to be. It's something more to it. I know he actually got beat. He actually got killed. But there's something sinister, something more to it.
Now you know me. I gotta stop you there.
Please
now.
do.
Now, once you start getting to these conspiracy gaps, I gotta.
This is not a conspiracy.
But you're saying there's something more to it. You can't prove it. You feel it in your bones, it's just in your body or something like. What?
No, it happens. It happens almost in the same pattern every time this occurs. This one was a little bit different, for reasons we may uncover by the end
why?
of the show.
But say you gotta say why. Like, what you mean? Like, what's different
let's just
about
say.
it?
Well, for one, it was swift justice.
All right, now stop there. What does that mean?
That means
I know what it means. It's fast justice. But what does it mean? You know,
a crime was committed.
Got you.
By police officers. The police officers were fired, not put on administrative leave. They were charged and arrested. This between January 7th and maybe January 20th.
Now I gotta stop you there. So, why are we outraged?
Are we?
I don't know. I'm not. I didn't see the videos. I don't know.
Well,
he trended, so I'm only assuming it could be.
Let me tell you this.
So you're not outraged?
No. Well, there is a level of outrage, but the outrage is different this time. And I think what
normally we outraged because we want justice, we want peace, we want justice, all this stuff, right? They got it now. So this is one where it happened. Swift justice, like you said. What's the problem?
How many riots have you seen?
No. I get that. I get that. And so we only riot when there's no justice.
Right.
It happened.
Yeah.
Not yet fully, but it's been swift.
Yeah.
Why would we riot?
Exactly.
You funny.
No. I'm saying How many times do we get swift justice? And this is why I say exactly.
It's very rare. I actually, and I don't know
what
when it
would be
happened.
the determining factor for us getting the justice that we've been asking for from police brutality?
I'm being devil advocate real quick.
Please.
Could it just be it's like, you know what, we seen this footage and there's no way these officers are in the right, so let's go ahead and take care we got to take care of.
Yeah. I mean,
It could be that.
Darren Wilson wasn't in the right. Michael Schlager wasn't in the right. He got arrested, but it took a little while. Derek Chauvin, I mean, he wasn't in the right, but it was like people were throwing it up in the air, you know, $20 bill. He was resisting arrest. It was a bunch of other people. Betty Shelby, I think what was the lady that went into the guy's house and shot him over the ice cream? And that was, he was eating ice cream in his own house. Then you had the guy that was,
I don't know, but that
Crutcher,
detail
that was
crazy.
outside. That was outside with his hands
ice
up.
cream in his house?
Yeah, he was eating ice cream in his house and got killed.
But why is that detail? Like, why we need to know that? Like,
because he wasn't doing nothing. And like, you came into this house and killed this man. You should be fired and arrested and sentenced. Like 1, 2, 3, just like these other guys. So I don't know what
I got questions.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
The officers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, I didn't watch this video.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Were they white officers?
No.
Okay, the plot thickens. You know what?
Hmm?
Sometimes you gotta lead off with this kind of information, man.
What?
All right? This is stuff you gotta lead off with.
I was trying not to bring race into it.
It's you. You can't. I want. I'm like, it's not the same cue. I know he not being himself. Bring race. That's what.
Well,
you come with a lot of things. Your baggage is race in that bag. Okay.
It's definitely race in the bag, but this is where it kind of flips and where they're trying to trick us now. It's a Jedi mind trick at this point because they're like, okay, y'all asked for swift justice. You got swift justice. What's your problem now? And that's how they're looking at us. And it's like, okay, you got me. So it's 5 black officers beating a black guy to death, and all of them get not put on administrative leave. They get fired, arrested, and sentenced. Murder charges.
Like we've been asking for.
That's what we've been asking for the whole time. So why didn't this happen before? And I don't want to say because, I don't know, maybe it's because they were white.
Yo,
I'm just saying. I don't know what any other factors. I mean, even the black cop he was black. Somalian cop up in Minnesota. He got
remember
sentenced.
you talking about that. I want to stop for a second just because, like I said, this is new to me. I'm just asking questions like a regular citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do you think, or are you your conspiracy theory brain that's working?
Mm-hmm.
Are you thinking or insinuating that they put the footage out, premiered all that stuff? Make sure y'all look. Make sure y'all look. Make sure y'all watch this because we're gonna do right this time. And boom, black officers. So do you think that was the thing? Like, we're gonna get everybody to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do right, swift justice. But the kicker is, they all black.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's
in
part
a
of
nutshell.
Wait, there's
Okay.
more.
You stupid.
The silence. A lot of our, I guess, white voices that speak out on these matters, I don't really hear them now. It's almost like that's a black situation.
I'm gonna let these niggas deal with it.
I mean, I ain't heard Blue Lives Matter say nothing. They ain't sticking up. Most of the time, they've been to raise $10 million for somebody. You know,
That's
hey,
true.
man, let's get them out. What are they? They were doing their job. No Blue Lives Matters, nowhere. I don't hear none of that.
Do you think that's because they're black or because they're wrong? Because it could always be. I mean, I'm just giving that little 0.00001%. It could definitely be. Damn, you know what? It's no way they was right. I can't rock with that.
It's no way the cops that killed Tamir Rice was right.
I agree.
We didn't get that. He got off.
So in this essence, you're just comparing, which we do. You're comparing this particular situation with others in the past where you felt, or our cultures felt, I felt, the world might have felt that officers were dead wrong and we still didn't get swift justice. I want to ask this question. Like, I have to ask the question. I have to be fair for both parties. I'm not going to ask if that's something we should wonder about, but the fact that we did get the swift justice, the fact that everything went how it should went when things like this go down, should we not take that and be like, okay, this is the start of something? Or should we look at like how you're looking at like, you know what? But they all black, so it don't count.
This is why I wanted to do the show. We absolutely. I mean, and it's. I mean, it
It's
may
not a
sound
win
like
at
no,
all.
no, it's not a win.
Somebody
But
died.
it's gonna sound weird to some people, and I expect pushback, but I don't give a fuck. This crime still has a lot of racial undertones, but it's like a taboo. It's a conversation that nobody's willing to have right now, on so many levels.
This one we having right
This
now.
one, this conversation
About
right now about
the
the
officers being
psychology
black,
of
the
5
psychology
black
of this.
officers beating a black man to death, and then swift justice happening, and saying, "Hey, I thought this is what y'all wanted." It's like, yeah, that's what we wanted, but y'all still missing the fucking point. When white officers do this, it's never this clean cut. Sometimes the murder is clean cut, but the justice isn't. It's a whole shit show. We got to go to the court and da 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 da. Maybe they get sentenced. We all crossing our fingers. These niggas going to jail.
I have to ask a question, if you don't mind. Would you have been more susceptible to the 5 black officers not getting swift justice?
No,
Maybe taking leave and get paid?
no, I don't want that. But I mean, if they would have done it, it would have proved the whole race of blue lives.
Another
They ain't
question,
black. They're
another
not
question,
white. They're blue at that
another
point.
question, just asking. Is it because them doing this doesn't corroborate what you think or how you feel about the justice system in that regard? Like them doing this doesn't corroborate your
My
ideology of them
justice.
not doing swift justice. Now they
No.
can say, well, we did it before.
No, well, this is the thing that I would say. Now that this has happened, it can't happen again. So now, when a white officer kills a black man,
Which it will happen soon.
then we need to see this is the standard now.
Keep that same energy.
You got to. You absolutely have to. Otherwise, you've proven to be racist. Ain't no way in the hell you can't. Now the swift justice is a thing, and it's on video.
Hold on, time out.
I'm sorry, man.
You said now that swift justice is a thing. It wasn't a thing before.
No, it wasn't. It
Now
wasn't.
it's a thing.
Now it's a thing. Now it's like, it don't matter where you at. If you kill a black man and you a police officer and it looks like criminal activity,
Coming to
your
get you.
ass is a criminal.
And quick. that's
From the 7
it's not
to
funny,
20.
but it's funny. I like
yeah,
that.
but that needs to be the standard now. If it's
Okay.
not, then we back to square one.
Mm.
Which, that's the conversation that I'm saying. Was this because they were black? Was the swift justice because, I mean, they're going to go to jail regardless.
You talk about the psychology of this, right? Like, go deeper into that. When you say psychology,
All
like,
right.
in the mind-wise, what is the brain thinking now that, I'll ask more smaller questions. What does the average person think about the situation? That is justice was served, we're on the right track now,
I haven't
things are going to get better, they got
don't
one
know.
right?
I haven't had
Or
any
is it more
in-depth
so,
conversation with
is it
anybody.
more so, hey, not only white officers kill black people, is that what they want us to see?
And see, this is a two-sided conversation. I think some people may want to see that, have that be said. And then on the other end, it's people like me who are like, nah, that's just not enough.
Not buying
man.
it. You're
No,
not
I'm
buying
not.
it.
I'm definitely not buying it. I'm not going for that. I mean, the officers got what they deserved, and they got it in the time that they deserved it. Let
You
me
just want that every time.
every-
You want
every-
consistency.
Now it has to be. They made them rules. Now it has to be.
It's a thing now.
It's a thing. It's definitely
Swift
a thing.
justice.
Swift justice is a thing for police officers. Them niggas better watch out.
Or is it, no, the niggas better watch out. Is it just for them or is it for everybody?
No, it need to be for everybody. It needs to be for everybody. If it's not for everybody, then now you're proving that there's some racial things going on that need to be discussed. And I'm trying to get ahead of it right now by saying this is where we are right now.
Is there more to the story behind that? I watched something or seen a meme or I don't know what to call it. I don't want to get my news from Facebook all the time, but I seen something that said apparently the guy that did it or one of the guys had an inner issue with the person due to some woman that works at FedEx. I don't know if that's true or. I'm just asking because you always be intertwined with all this extra, all the extra details of things of that nature.
Because I honestly believe that there are a lot of parallels here between the Rodney King beating in 1992, and it's just enough of a difference to trigger a different reaction, and then check society to see how that reaction.
I need to hear these
fares.
parallels because you said one of them earlier, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, "What is he talking about?" So
Okay.
I need to hear it, and I'm gonna question some of them. So
That's fine. Question. If you ever saw the Rodney King beating in 92, the video camera angle, everything from the angle to the number of officers, the whole video shot almost looks like the video shot that they caught off the camera.
remix.
It looks like it. Except now, instead of 5 white officers beating the black guy, you got 5 black officers beating the black guy. To me, that was odd because it seemed like, they were kind of somewhat seemed like they were trying to anticipate a LA riot, but they were expecting something different because the circumstances are a little different. But I think, like I said, the whole premiere of the I hate to call it,
So
it's almost like a premiere of the show.
Video, and you think the video coming out the way it came out with the whole rollout, and then the actual components of the video it's more so, hey, look, don't riot because look at this, it's y'all.
No,
that's what you think.
No, I'm thinking that it's when I say a social experiment, they want to see how people are going to react
To black officers killing a black guy.
Yeah, they're going to see how black people react to it.
But to black officers killing a
Somebody
black guy
sitting back
versus
studying
white
this.
officers.
Absolutely. Secondly,
It's the thought you have.
yeah, this is my thought. This is just my thought. Might seem a little off, but
No evidence at all. We just kind of putting it out there.
I mean, the evidence
You
is
got
look
your
at the
cases.
two videos.
You got your cases.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you got your cases.
The other thing is, you remember everyone remembers Emmett Till. Emmett Till, when he was murdered and he was beaten, his mom put him on display.
Right.
And he was swole up. And his mom put him on display to show,
the
how
world.
white folks was, beating people, and then it kind of, it triggered some things and it made some changes. His face was very similar to how Emmett Till's looked on that table when he was swole up, eyes swole up and everything else. And then the other thing is, one of the guys that did the beating, his name was Emmett Martin III.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna lie.
It's wild conspiracy, bro. But it's like it's too many coincidences, and there's trigger words. When I get into seeing things like that, you see things and you hear things. In my life experience, maybe I don't think I'm too much more special than anybody else. But when things start lining up like that, everybody's not gonna see it. But they line up like that for a reason. Everything always lines up like that for a reason.
I'll say this,
I don't know if everybody's supposed to see it like that. Maybe ain't no powers that be that's orchestrating it. Not that's on this earth.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Not that's on.
It seemed like a reach when you said that. But
no, it ain't no George Soros orchestrating this.
I'm
but
thinking
it just,
you.
it's
So you
weird.
thinking somebody went out and said, "Hey, Emmett, come here."
No, it's just we need to pay attention to these
beat
things.
this guy up and make him look like Emmett Till.
We just got to pay attention to the elements of a story like this, especially when we're the people that are being brutalized.
Okay.
We're the people that's being beat by the police in these situations normally, and most of the time the police ain't black. But when something like this happens, I mean, you got to it seems like you would take a moment to think, why are these things lining up? What am I supposed to see? They're like clues to a bigger picture of something that we're supposed to either be doing or something that we're missing. To me, that's my own theory. I believe in the universe and planets aligning and all that good shit. So
what about people cause like me? I'm not saying I'm numb. I don't think I don't feel or nothing like that. But like I said, when I heard about it or when I saw it on Twitter trending and stuff, my first reaction was, I've probably seen this video already. Meaning that it's happened enough to where I can kind of, like you saying, it reminds you of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
They all the same to me. Person's innocent, person shouldn't get killed, person gets killed by this authoritative figure, and that's what happens. It's always sad. Do I need to keep watching that?
Is it not different? Is it not? Is it the same to you this time?
Well, you just told me it's 5 black officers.
You didn't know that prior to. You didn't know that prior to this.
Like I said, I didn't go research the case.
Oh, shit,
when
man.
I realized what was going on.
Yeah, DSFR a little bit.
You said do some fucking research.
Sir, you gotta do a little bit, man.
DSFR mean do some fucking research.
Yeah, you gotta do some fucking research.
Nah, this is the thing though. Like I said, this is even if I do some effing research, like it's the same thing. Like innocent. This is the research. Somebody's innocent. Somebody dies. They shouldn't die at the hands of law enforcement.
Right.
That's the synopsis of it. That ain't no different than them other ones. It just some people's spouse was there. Sometimes you had a crowd, had somebody recording. This just happened to be a different angle. Okay, That's there. That's that. But if I do research, like I said, I'm hearing or looking and seeing they saying that it's a officer and he talked to this girl and that girl. Oh,
Well,
I'm
this is
backing out now.
this is that right there. I don't know about. I think that's now I know what you're about to say before we stop for a second. The lady or the female that's in charge of this police department, her name is Sarah Lynn Davis, I think. Sarah Lynn Davis. She's the police chief. She used to be now this is the thing. I don't know. Apparently she's corrupt. Now, Jason Whitlock said some bullshit the other day on Tucker Carlson, which I can't stand neither one of them motherfuckers, but he said something like because single black women can't run their house and that ain't have shit to do with nothing. He was like, she can't run a department because she's a single black woman and this is how black people.
Wild.
Yeah, it was real wild. I don't like Jason Whitlock.
But you know they got to make they get paid by the more wild headlines they got, they get paid more money. So
I am not ever going to be that kind of cool. God damn,
that's kind of crazy. Yeah.
But come to find out, I mean, we ain't caping for the woman or nothing like that, but apparently she was a police officer in Atlanta around the late 90s when the Red Dogs were out.
Okay, you were telling me about that.
Red Dog unit is like this unit of these clowns here. They were called the Scorpion unit. And apparently they were going after drug dealers and whatnot, you know. This Red Dog thing that she was in charge of in Atlanta, I guess, you know, they was kind of corrupt too. They was corrupt as fuck. Anybody would tell you about it. I don't know. I ain't never run into them personally, but I heard a lot about Red Dogs coming up. Apparently she had covered for a police officer that had a whole pedophilia case, messing around with 10 and 12-year-old kids. And she covered for that officer. And he damn near got away with it until they uncovered enough evidence to charge him and lock him up for 10 years. She subsequently got fired from the Atlanta Police Department and then became a chief up there in Memphis and started another organization instead of Red Dogs now, the Scorpion Unit. It's just a bunch of knucklehead niggas that they put in the neighborhood to run after niggas, and you see what they do.
What this got to do with the actual case?
No, I mean it seems like a culture of corruption.
Is she over those cops or something? Like
She's the chief. She's the one that's run.
Where this happened at? Where he even got killed at?
Memphis.
Okay, so it happened in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
They wild in Memphis.
I know. What was I know? I can tell you about Memphis.
They wild in Memphis.
I don't rock around in Memphis like that, but yeah. But
so you think that this is just her culture?
She's
black.
She's black.
I don't know, man.
She is a sister. But I mean, that to me don't have nothing to do with. I mean, it adds on to the fuel of my conversation. Black on black on black, allowing things to happen that shouldn't be happening. But then there's another conversation about police officers. Take black and white out of it.
So
she's still
it was her call
officer.
to fire them. Then her call to fire.
It was her call to fire them.
But you put yourself in a black woman's shoes in today's society. What's going on? You see something like this, you have to jump on that early, though. Because if you don't, then now the majority of the rest of America is looking like, hey, when it's us.
Yeah. Fact of the matter is she shouldn't have never been hired as a police officer again. How the fuck she make it to where she is now after the corrupt shit that she did in Atlanta?
Probably more to the story. You know, politics too.
She got fired and then she appealed that.
Can we really prove that? Like she appealed it. She appealed it, right?
She appealed her demotion. And
did she go in a stand or something? Like when you say she covered or she covered for a person, what does that mean?
Basically, I think from what I understand, one of her officers, and I want to say it has something to do with her husband, but I ain't really sure. That part I got to do some more research on that. But somebody that was in the police department with her was fucking with kids.
Okay, and she just covered for them. Did she know that they were doing that, or did she
knew enough to where they fired her?
Did she cover for him for something different, and that came out afterwards? That's the information we need to know.
She, from what I understand, she covered for his
criminal.
How?
Like
his criminal act. He was going to be charged, and she was like, "Yeah, let me sweep something under the rug." This is just not coming out.
It gotta be more.
I'm just not hearing of this today, so I'm sure some more information is going to come out.
I got you. I just will wonder if it's more to when you say cover, like
police
let's say I'm in that position and somebody doing pedophilia, but I'm covered for them because they getting plotted on again for something different. Then that comes out. Yeah, I covered for them, but it wasn't for that. I covered for them for something different, just on some Blue Lives Matter or whatever type stuff. She covered that come out. Okay, well, let me back up because I ain't into.
I'm sure she covered for them the same way the police be covering for other police when they make these bullshit police reports and say this is what happened. Like the police report that they had about this crime. They had a whole different police report. He was resisting arrest doing this. It's like, nigga, you know you got a body camera on. I don't know if these niggas is dumb or what. But you got it on the body cam. You got body cam footage. I don't think they anticipated the camera that was up in the corner. And
Where did that camera come from? The cop car?
no, it was just like a city camera on the corner.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I would look into the fact that somebody decided to investigate further. I wonder who made that decision, because that's probably what saved this from being a resisting arrest situation.
Shit, I mean, you got a guy that got beat to death. You got to investigate it.
Yeah, but having a city cam, like, I'm sure somebody had to make a decision like, hey, let's check that city cam.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that too. There was 2 white guys that was beating them too, and they didn't get arrested they didn't get arrested. They just got paid administrative leave. The one that was holding one of the cameras with the taser, white guy, he was back at work until everybody was like, hey, what now? A white guy? Oh yeah.
Did he beat him up? Did he touch him? Did he hit him?
No, he just sat there and recorded and let the shit happen. So he got paid administrative leave though. He's paid.
So you think he should get murdered or something? Like, should he get charged with murder or something?
I don't know. If I watch you kill somebody, what they gonna charge me with?
I'm not. If you just watch me?
Yeah, if I watch you and like,
I guess I would have to
gleefully help a little bit. Let's see. I'm gonna tase him. I'm gonna kick him a couple times. Then you just go ahead.
Is that what he did though? He tased
him. Yeah.
But I mean, can we prove that he was acting as how they were acting, or do we know
he
that?
wasn't doing what they was doing.
I mean, you answered your own questions right there, man.
Yeah.
So I know you want equality and stuff, but it seemed like he was doing his job. From what you telling me.
No, but the stop was for no reason. The brutality.
Does he
was
know
for
that
no
though?
reason.
You see what I'm saying? We in the game.
I don't care.
Exactly, because he's thinking we get cops is the game.
Man, me and you go to the store right now and I hop out and rob the store, you're gonna tell them people you don't know. And they probably gonna give you something. I mean, you're gonna have to plead.
If I really don't know, I mean, then I don't know.
Shit, you gotta prove that.
It probably can be proven. Probably hard for me because my skin color, yeah. But it can be proven.
You're gonna have to prove it though. Yeah.
I would hope the person that did it say, hey, he didn't do nothing. And it could be them officers say, hey, look, man, he wasn't involved. We don't know that. Them black officers could have been like,
I wish, yeah.
he ain't do nothing. Because, I mean, like I said, from what we saying, I know we normally used to it being the other way around, but since it's not, they probably just say, you know what, we was wrong. It was our fault. And stood tall and be like, hey, he ain't had nothing to do with that.
The other aspect of this, too, is
you don't like that, do you?
No,
you don't like the fact that white guys are innocent.
Nope.
He is not fucking with that.
No,
he was like,
I'm not.
Look, anyway,
you was there. You was there. You had a video camera. You tased this man. He wasn't bothering nobody. What? I mean, where are the good cops in this situation?
You always ask that question.
There ain't never no good cops. They always claim that there's good cops.
What's your definition of a good cop?
There ain't none. Because if they know a bad cop, it ain't no good cops. Any good cop that know a bad cop is a bad cop. That's my theory on it. If you're a good cop and you know a bad cop, snitch on that nigga. Tell on him. Get him out of there. That'll better your reputation. You're a good guy, right? If you're a good guy, be a good guy. If he's a bad guy, he's a fucking bad guy.
It's a funny soundbite. Snitch on him. That's a funny soundbite.
That's the only time it should be condoned amongst police officers in their ranks. If you see a bad cop, if I was in training day, I would have told on Lonzo ass.
You always bring up training day.
No, cuz, man. It seemed like a way of life. Like these 5 guys here, what makes you take that position and then we see the brutality that happens. I don't know if these niggas was brainwashed or what. I'm just gonna beat a nigga to death.
Like I said, I don't know the history, but it's a woman involved, so probably emotions involved, pride and ego involved.
I'm waiting for that story to come out.
They're saying, don't know how true it is. I'm just throwing it out there. I did some effing research now. I did something.
Did you hear anything about the FedEx?
I just
and this,
seen
that,
that.
and
Yeah,
I saw that. But I mean,
I don't know how true. It's a Facebook post. I don't know how true it is.
Well,
I can write that right
they
now.
Said he took a picture.
He did this. He did this. I don't know.
Exactly.
You know.
But they're saying that he took a picture and sent it to her after they beat him and he was targeting her. Then there was another story where some guys was racing and the guys was racing in the same kind of car that he was racing in. And the police officer was like, this is my opportunity to get this guy because he had the same kind of car, the car that we're chasing, but I can stop him because he's fucking my baby mama. You know, it's still in the air right now. I don't want to give no claim to that. I'm like, I saw it and I hope it's not true.
People get kind of crazy about their women.
They do, but I'm like, damn, these niggas is, I think one of them is like in a fraternity.
Well, he was.
And he was actually his chapter, he and his chapter got in trouble for hazing a guy back in the day.
I don't know, man.
I won't say the
I
name.
know you kind of, throwing out this black woman that's over and all that conspiracy, but it seems like these people are who they showing to be on the video.
So does every white cop. That
Yo,
kills
he
a
is
black
not. He
man.
is not rock.
Let
me ask you a question.
I'm just saying this.
Can we-
This happened before. This just so happened to be some niggas in blue, but when there's white guys in blue,
I'm with you. No, I'm with you on that. I'm with
they
you on
need
that.
to
I'm with
go
you on
to
that.
jail
I'm with you on
too,
that. I'm
just
with you on
like
that.
this. Swift justice is the new thing.
I'm with you on that. I want to ask you. I know we got close. We have a 35, but it's fine. Does this outcome, case, situation, how much does it disappoint you that these officers are black?
I mean, it's saddening because it's a level of cognitive dissonance that I would never understand. I cannot be that ignorant to where I'm just gonna beat a black man to death as a police officer, knowing that we fight police officers just for justice regularly.
Hey,
I don't know what kind of mind frame they're in, or who they think they are, or what they thought they were going to accomplish by doing this. Even with body cams on, did they think they were going to get away with it? Did they think they were going to prove that this guy was? It's like, this is where it gets weird to me. It's like, man, it's almost like being in some kind of fucked up parallel universe for a second. Y'all niggas think that was okay? Ain't never 5 one of y'all niggas say, hey man, this kind of fucked up. Nobody said that. And y'all okay with that. So if it's 5 of y'all motherfuckers in one department, it's probably 25 of them motherfuckers in the department that just couldn't make it to the party.
You think those white guys though?
Yeah.
I know you do.
I'm telling you, man.
I know you do.
And they think it's okay. They think that they're part of the crew, the blue crew.
Maybe now it won't happen in Memphis no more.
Shit.
Just had to use 5 black lives.
That's like saying it won't happen in LA no more. It's been happening
Got his days.
Since happening before, since 92. I know that.
Yeah, before and after is always crazy.
Yeah. Still the same.
Yeah, man. Some things don't change, man.
Well, we have the ability to change them. We just got to pay attention to the cues. Watch what's going on around us. Like I said, man.
Pay attention to the cues. Nah.
Yeah, but it's a lot of signs and symbols and things that I think we just need to start thinking of critically. That's one of the things right there, though. I just kind of want to. It's a bigger conversation because, like I said, then I'm gonna finish on this one right here, man. White folks in general, not all white folks, but I'm gonna say in general about this particular situation, are quiet. And when they get quiet about it, it makes me wonder, why are y'all not speaking up now?
I want to ask a
I'm
question.
talking about like loud and vocally, like, hey, this is the kind of justice that I want to hear white folks say. This is the kind of justice that we need moving forward with police brutality cases against anybody, but especially against black people.
Be honest with yourself. Be honest.
Yeah.
Somebody white on your timeline says that. How did that look to you?
How does what look to me?
When they say that, if they say that, oh, this is what we needed. How did that look to you? Mind you, they white. I mean, you ain't heard them talk about no issues before.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the one they choose to talk about. You're not gonna like that. You're not gonna see that, but you think you've seen it as.
I'm not gonna
You're
hate
gonna
it.
think because it was 5 black officers, they're happy.
That's probably what my initial thought is, but I'm like, as long as you can keep that same energy, continue this behavior.
So you mean tell me that next time happy, you're gonna go back to that person's page, like, okay, make sure they see what they saying.
I ain't gonna go through all that,
See
but I'm sure hoping that they staying on keep the same energy.
I agree.
Now, it's not gonna be that individual that pisses me off. It's gonna be society that pisses me off when they don't keep the same energy.
I can tell you, I believe in planning. Now, it's a new thing I'm going to planning, right? So be prepared for them not to do that. You won't get pissed off because it's not going to happen. And you know that because you've been on this earth for a good little minute.
It seems like that it's unlikely, but they've set the new standard. So now it's going to be us to enforce that same standard.
Okay,
that's what I say. It's going to be up to us because if 5 white guys beat a black guy tomorrow and they are police officers and they don't arrest them in 2 weeks' time, then it's like, hey, what? Now y'all want us to ride, we can go out here and burn shit down and tear shit up, or y'all can just arrest them.
Right.
That's what we've been saying the whole time. Just arrest them. Fire them, arrest them. Don't put them on paid administrative leave and give them an ankle bracelet and let them go home for 1.5 years. Don't do that. They fucking murderers. Lock them up, arrest them, they go through the system just like we do. Them niggas right there finna go through the same system they done put other people through. And when they get in jail, I hope somebody beats them half to death.
All right, man. This was dope, man. It's nice seeing you, man,
Bro.
All right. You said something earlier. I like how you put it. You said cognitive dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance.
What does that mean?
That's when you are so faked out, and just in my layman's terms, so faked out by reality and the way things are that you actually believe that these are the way that things should be. Almost like a slave on a slave plantation who don't want to. What's his name on not Samuel L. Jackson on Django?
I don't know his name, but yeah.
I
know you're talking about, yeah.
That
On
character,
Django, yeah.
cognitive dissonance. That character is the epitome of you think is you letting that nigga come in? Who that nigga on that nag, boss? You letting him come in the big house? Nigga, that's not your house. Why you think you're a part of that? You not a part of that, and you willing to fight and die and defend everything that don't got nothing to do with you, and you believe it. And you put your life down for it, and I believe once you get caught up in that, man, you just lost. And unfortunately, them 5 niggas is lost, but there are a bunch of niggas who think just like that.
Well, this was dope. I
like
appreciate
it.
Yeah.
Try to keep it to 30 minutes, 35.
Yeah, about 40. We good though.
All right, man.
All right.
Well, maybe we can do this some more often.
Hey, man.
We see how it goes, man.
Time permits, you know.
Yeah, time. Well, I tell you. I appreciate it, though, man.
Definitely, man. Hold it down.
Yep.